CM Punk is undoubtedly one of the best baby faces in WWE history, but a lot of people forget just how good of a heel he was. And I'm talking specifically about his run in 2010, when he grew his hair and beard longer and decided to become the straight edge savior, aka Wrestling Jesus. It's where he became the closest thing to a cult leader with the faction that he formed, the Straight Edge Society, and he was undoubtedly the biggest heel of that time. But before that, his heel run started in the summer of 2009, where it all began when Punk cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Jeff Hardy, which sparked one of the best and definitely overlooked feuds in the entire history of the company. It was a clash of two guys who were very similar, two guys who both resonated with the fans, but who were complete opposites at their core. Punk had 2 reigns as World Heavyweight Champion that year, and after he got done with Jeff, he would find himself a new foe in The Undertaker. They had a short feud where he eventually dropped the world title to him, and he failed to recapture it on multiple occasions, therefore slowly getting dropped to the mid-card again. In such a short time, CM Punk became the best heel in the company, and arguably the best guy they had, period. But that wouldn't be all there was to Punk's villain arc. Although Punk stopped getting featured as the main event of SmackDown, he would carry the momentum from the year earlier and make the most out of it. His character started taking a more sinister turn. He started growing his beard and chest hair in an allusion to Jesus Christ, and all through January of 2010, he started converting people into his straight edge lifestyle, which led to the formation of the Straight Edge Society. He started with Luke Gallows, aka Festus, who was apparently just drunk every time we saw him. And he also converted people from the crowd. He had them pledge allegiance to him and shave their heads as a way to signify their renewal and devotion to him and to the straight edge lifestyle. And one of those people he converted was a woman that stormed out of the crowd saying that she needs CM Punk. As the security came to escort her out, Punk told them to bring her back. That woman was Serena Deeb. I'm telling you, when Punk saw her, it's as if he laid eyes on the love of his life for the first time. And contrary to the other people Punk converted, Serena actually kept hanging around Punk and Gallows, therefore making her an official member of the Straight Edge Society. After a little speech directed to the crowd and Serena, he asks her to pledge allegiance to him and the Straight Edge Society. She does, and he does the ritual where he shaves her hair, announcing her rebirth. Over the following week, CM Punk's character would keep developing, as he came out every week to talk down to the audience, but at the same time trying to convert them to this straight edge lifestyle. And he did it in the most cunning and patronizing way possible, so it only brought him more heat. His sermons would even carry over to the Royal Rumble, where CM Punk came out at number 3, quickly eliminated the first 2 entrants, and then infamously started cutting a promo and giving out his religious speeches, all while in the middle of the Royal Rumble.
Excuse me. It's clobbering time.
It was so funny and entertaining to watch that even the crowd started cheering for him. This guy tried to convert the Great Khali. It didn't work out for him, but a miracle happened and he was saved by Beth Phoenix. After she eliminated Khali, she shifted her attention to Punk. She starts hitting him a couple of times, and as she was about to eliminate him, he counters and he hits her with the GTS and eliminates her. He did not care. He said equal rights, equal fights, baby, let's go. Things were going really well for Punk, until the game comes out and CM Punk is now in serious mode. No more microphone or any playing around, and you can just feel the animosity between these two. They go at it for a little bit, trading blows and holds, but unfortunately for Punk, he gets eliminated by Triple H himself. After the Royal Rumble, CM Punk shifts his focus to the Elimination Chamber, and that he finds himself a new victim in Rey Mysterio. The feud with Rey would peel back even more layers of Punk's twisted persona, revealing how far he'd go and just proving further how much of a menace he really was. It all started in an episode of SmackDown, where CM Punk went against Rey in a one-on-one match. Rey came out victorious but was instantly attacked by Gallows, Punk, and even Serena. Just a week before this, both CM Punk and Rey had qualified for the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. In that match, Rey eliminated Punk, and with that, Punk just failed again to recapture the world title. Desperate to reclaim his glory, he sets his eyes on the Wrestlemania Money in the Bank ladder match. In order to qualify for that, he had a match with Shelton Benjamin. Unfortunately for Punk, Rey was still better from getting attacked a few weeks before, and even though he did eliminate Punk in a chamber, he interfered with his match and cost him the qualification. Punk was fuming. He saw another title shot slipping right through his fingers, and from that point, he would go on to make Rey's life a living hell. 2 weeks later, Rey Mysterio brings his family out to the ring to celebrate his daughter Aaliyah's birthday, and the worst thing that could have happened just did. the Straight Edge Society comes out. CM Punk starts taunting Ray and his family, and everyone caught a stray. Even dirty, or may I say clean little Dom caught one. And Punk even predicted the future.
You're a coward. I know it. Deep down inside, Dominic knows it.
And it's also where this infamous moment happened.
Happy birthday, Princess Aaliyah. Happy birthday to you.
CM Punk then challenges Ray to a match at Wrestlemania. But Ray, he doesn't want to answer nor fight while his family is in the ring. And Punk would try his best to provoke and humiliate him. And honestly, this segment right here, it brought even more heat towards Punk. It's one of those segments that make you forget that this is all a play. One of those segments that steal the wind out of the arena because everybody's shocked at what they just witnessed. And this turned CM Punk into an even bigger villain, a more menacing one. It was a turning point for his character where it took a slightly darker turn. And it helped him, because as people were starting to lose interest in this persona, Punk brought it back up a notch and showed that he can be an even badder bad guy. Later that night, Rey Mysterio comes out and gets one back. He attacks Punk briefly, but the latter escapes. The next week, Rey accepts the challenge, but he wants it to be a street fight. Punk says, okay, but you have to beat Gallows first. And if you don't, you'll have to accept me as your savior and join the Straight Edge Society. Unfortunately, Rey did not win. Serena tripped him and Gallows got the pin. Rey was not happy. After getting humiliated the week earlier, this only made it worse. So Rey snaps and attacks Gallows. And instead of Punk defending his lackey, he just watches it unfold. Watching Rey unmask and show his quote-unquote darkness. And man, the look on CM Punk's face, the way he was just eating Rey with his eyes, looking at him in the most patronizing way possible, like a parent looking down on their child. And that's where you could tell Punk just reached his goal. He got into Rey's head successfully. And this was very eerie. CM Punk was like the gift that kept on giving. He kept showing exactly why he's beyond just a bad guy on TV. His character, like we mentioned earlier, had so many layers to it, and in Punk's regard, the simpletons could never understand him. That's why it was so easy for him to manipulate everybody. We reach WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio and CM Punk go head to head on the biggest stage of them all. Unfortunately, the match didn't deliver, but to their defense, that whole mini was mid. It ended with Rey getting the win, therefore making CM Punk's attempt at getting Rey to join him a failure. But Punk wasn't done yet. He would go on to challenge Rey to another match at Extreme Rules, with the same condition applied. If Rey loses, he joins Punk's cult. But this time, Punk puts something on the line too, his hair. An important piece of wrestling Jesus could go away. The build up to this match consisted of Punk trying to shave other wrestlers' hair, like his NXT rookie Darren Young and even Triple H. It became more about ridding people of their hair rather than actually turning them straight edge. And it was fitting because that's what this chapter of the feud was all about, hair. Things would backfire on Punk though. He almost lost his hair on multiple occasions, but Serena was there to save him. But on one of those occasions, he unfortunately lost some of it when he tried to convert Triple H, and it was by the hands of Rey Mysterio himself. Punk and Mysterio would go on to have the match at Extreme Rules. This match was better than the one they had at WrestleMania, and Punk won this time due to an interference by a masked hooded man, who would later be revealed to be Joey Mercury. Punk completely denies any connection with this masked man. He even accused Rey of hallucinating on some type of drug. So not only is Punk denying the connection to this masked man, he's denying the man's whole existence. And it was so funny hearing Punk say that.
And you talk about a mystery man? I don't have no idea what you're talking about, Ray. Makes me think that you've been painting the inside of your mask with hallucinogenic drugs.
Rey and Punk would agree to one more match at Over the Limit, with the same stipulations reinstated. CM Punk's hair versus Rey Mysterio's allegiance. This match was fairly good and definitely entertaining. It ended with Rey catching Punk in a crucifix and pinning him 1, 2, 3. And that was it for Punk. Now he has to shave his hair. But he wasn't done just yet. He calls out for his enforcers and they attack Rey. But a random ally shows up. Kane, who was doing the most random shit in 2010, came out and saved Rey. So Rey cuffs Punk to the ropes and he painfully gets rid of one of Punk's signs of purity, his hair. And it was one of those moments where you couldn't help but feel bad for the villain of the story. This wouldn't mark the official end of this feud, but this match was definitely the final highlight. It wasn't the best way to close things out in my opinion, but Punk and Mysterio put on a great show until the very end. They had some solid matches, but it was heavily carried by the promos and mic skills of Punk. After this, CM Punk's straight edge society began to lose momentum. He became the comic relief part of the show, where Punk started to wear a mask to hide the ugliness underneath. He fought for the world title at the Fatal 4-Way pay-per-view, and he also had a short feud with The Big Show where this happened. The feud ended when Punk, Gallows, and Joey Mercury went against The Big Show in a 3-on-1 handicap match where he literally buried that faction. After that, the group slowly started dissolving, with Serena being released from the company, Joey Mercury getting injured and requiring surgery, and Gallows eventually turning on Punk. The straight edge society quietly faded away, and with it, one of the most entertaining mid-card storylines came to an end. Although this wasn't the best year for CM Punk, he still made the best he could out of it. And as the title states, CM Punk was a menace during this run. And I mean that in the best way possible. The way he carried himself, the way he got under people's skin and into their heads, the way he delivered every promo with evil intent, it was peak heel work. And yet people still forget how good of a heel he was during this time. And personally, this is among my top 3 versions of CM Punk. But what about you? Do you prefer the sinister cult leader Punk, or are you more of a pipe bomb era fan? Let me know in the comments. And if you made it here, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.